Hello, 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 everyone. It is Elsid932 on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. We are here for Ready to Love Reunion Part 1. We are here to gather all the things that we missed because we were watching it together live and kikiing just too much. I know I was kikiing a little too much, and I missed some things. I missed some words. I had to slow it down. I had to get the closed captioning. There's a lot of things. Not a lot. There's some key things, key elements that I missed. And I said, "Ooh, we're going to roll it all the way back and we're going to slow it down and we're going to take this bit by bit." Okay, y'all? If y'all with me, y'all with me. Hey, Quay, drive safely, okay? Please drive safely. Hey, Absence, good to see you. The reunion was a doozy. It was great watching it together, too. Hey, Jaguar. Hey. Hey, to go to Africa. Good afternoon, everyone. That's how I heard it in my head. I heard it with a proper accent, okay? So I'm sorry if you didn't mean it that way, but good afternoon, everyone. Hey, this Chicago girl, y'all gather on in. We are here for this. Ready to Love. Let me change the media asset because I'll be talking about all the peoples. Okay, these are all the peoples, and let me change it because even though Diamond was not there, I don't want to cover Miss Thang with y'all comments. Okay, even though Diamond, we are told, was not at the reunion because life was lifing. Okay, life was lifing for Miss Diamond. We, wish her well, but again, Diamond, at some point, I need you in front of the class because we need to know who put you on the do not date list in Detroit and who is holding that list. How did you get on that list? How do you get off of that list? I have questions. I have questions, Diamond. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. Good to have you here. Yeah, we talking, y'all. We are talking about what we missed and what we could have seen when we were there. But what the first thing we missed, or at least I missed, when we started, Ashley said she wants to know who's been seeing who on the show. And Miss Ashley, you don't know how much you really, really meant by that. Okay. The Chicago girl, you've been waiting, girl. Kathy Smith, you better drive safely, okay? Drive safely. Just listen in, okay? And just chuckle. We're gonna hear it from here, okay? Now, when we started and Ashley said, "I want to see who been seeing who been dating who," did we notice everybody's hugging? Everybody's hugging. But did we see Nicole and Vince sitting up on the same chair? Almost like Nicole sitting on one of his legs. Did we notice that? Did we see that the first time around? I saw them and I thought, "Oh, y'all sitting kind of close," but I let it go. Okay. I let it go because I did not think it was a love TKO. I thought, okay, maybe everybody's sitting around. We ain't got enough chairs. But I said, that's for production. That's for production. Okay. You said, "Good afternoon, everyone." Like to start the spiritual warfare class. Ashley probably thought you would have had real drama. Not the spiritual warfare class. Who had the spiritual? Remember, Ashley did say in her choosing of Darius that she went to spiritual warfare class. She did say that. I didn't know that that's how they say "good afternoon, everyone" at the class. I didn't know that's what they said at the class. You better let it go. Love TKO. There's a whole bunch of people getting love TKOs. They're thinking it's love, but I don't think they know it's just a TKO. Now, Tommy is telling them they are the flyest singles around. Is that what we saying, Tommy? They are the flyest singles. Okay, I will say that the men of this season definitely came dressed. Okay, I cannot say that there's ever a moment with these men that I said, toss that out. You looking real raggedy. I have to say, definitely the men in the fashion stepped it up. They stepped up how the men be looking sometimes in these reality shows, the Ready to Loves of it all. Okay, I will say that there's only one man I saw with wrinkles in his shirt, and he was not a contestant. Okay, we went over that one. Now, but the woman at the reunion, ladies, you came not only to slay, but you took no prisoners. The fashion of the ladies at the reunion took no prisoners. Every lady came up in there and said, "Take that, take that." Okay? Take that, take that. Okay? The men were dressed, but not always well groomed. I was getting there. I wanted to do my compliments first. I got to say it real nice, say something nice. Say something nice. I got to say something nice first. So yes, the men were dressed, but some of y'all did not look well groomed. I need to know who is running the studio in the back, because some of them needed a lineup, some of them needed a close shave. The 5 o'clock, the 5 o'clock shadow was looking more like 2:45. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The 5 o'clock shadows on some of them was looking like 2:45. It's patches and some minutes is missing. That's how it was looking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Cha 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 coming in the room. Hey Lotus, good to see you. Good to have you here. Donna's dress was horrible when she stood up. Child, it did look like the top of a cake. Donna's dress did look like the top of a cake. It did look a little different. Okay. It was sparkly where it needed to sparkle. Okay. It had frills. It was too much for me. But you know what? She was well dressed. It was too much here. It was too much dress. But that's me. She still looked good. Okay. Now, Donna, I would like to know if you would let us know. Everybody's asking. I don't care where you let it out. We need to all know. What is up with the blonde sideburn? I just don't get the blonde sideburn. And because you wore it all season, I think it means something. So I'm not going to really come at you about it, because I need to understand it more. Okay. That seems to me like a statement piece. That statement that you're actually making. Hey, Hussein, good to see you. Good to have you here. Reality is life. Nice outfits didn't result in nice connections. Okay. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. But so I told y'all Diamond couldn't make it, but we do have questions for her. Vince and Donna, they go over their journeys. First of all, the clips were too long, too much. Production, the clip was too long. We did not need to see the entire season of Vince and Donna all over again. We didn't need that. Okay. We didn't need that. It was just too long. I could do like probably 1 minute or 30 seconds. I don't need everything. You could just show me where they chose each other and a couple things, and that's it. It was too long, because we had more drama. Okay. So when Tommy asked, well, what's up with y'all? Donna said, y'all who? Y'all who? There ain't no y'all. We in Detroit. Ain't no y'all. Diamond was there 5 seconds. They say that, well, it doesn't matter. She was there for 5 seconds and she was sent home at the mixer. She was still there out of thousands of people who applied. Let us not go there. Diamond was still selected to be a participant. Okay. But yeah, Donna said, that after decision day, about 5 weeks later, okay, 5 weeks, that's about almost as long as they were filming. Wasn't it like 6 weeks they were filming? Okay. 5 weeks later, she sees Lauren. Okay. She sees Lauren at her coffee shop. That's Donna's coffee shop, because apparently Donna owned the shop. And did y'all see Ed? Did y'all see Ed give Lauren that little side eye when Donna said, my coffee shop? Did y'all see that? Because Ed was like, I heard that. Did you? Lauren did a little glance up too. Lauren did a little glance up, because remember, Ed was in the back row and Lauren was on the couch at the end. Okay. Not Diamond was there longer than Richie. Yeah, she was there longer than Richie. You think the blonde was just a streak? Okay. The blonde was just a streak. Ed just looked tired. He didn't say or give much at reunion. Oh, he gave a lot with not saying much. Ed gave a lot. He gave away a whole bunch with, it's not only what they say, it's what they don't say. Okay. Hey, Letitia. Good to have you here. So Donna continues and says, we were catching up, and she tells me Lauren tells me she's been dating men from the show, other cast members. I said, oh, okay. And then Donna says, Vince was the last name on the list. Oh, really? Vince, you made the list? Vince, you made the list. What we doing? You made the list. Okay. I need to define dating. What are we doing dating? And dating other cast members. Okay. That means plural. Donna, are you being real petty? Was there a list, Lauren? Was there a list of men from the cast that you were dating? Because here's the thing, y'all. These men done booted you out. And the fact is, you done voted me off. You saying I'm not ready to love, then that mean I ain't ready to love nobody. No, nobody here. Nobody around these here parts. I won't be ready to love none of y'all. Because y'all sent me packing, y'all sent me home. And that's where I will stay. What's the name of Donna's coffee shop or fake owning something? I don't know. I don't know. You know how people like to claim it. You know when people date and they go to the same place and they like to claim this is my spot. Mm. Guess what? Guess what? Unless your name is on the deed, it ain't your spot. Okay, it's your preferred location, but it ain't your spot. Okay. Lauren and Vince did absolutely nothing except hang out and work out. Well, is that dating? Reality is life. Is that dating? I need to know. Is hanging out and working out dating? Because then we're using the wrong vocabulary here and getting everybody in trouble. Okay. Jaguar says, while everyone was watching Darius, but Vince slid under the radar, smashing and dashing. He's clapped 3 sets of cheeks, allegedly. Okay, Jaguar. His name is being rung out. Okay, his name is ringing out in these streets. If you've ever watched HBO's The Wire, you'll understand what I mean by his name is ringing out in the streets. Okay, his name is being said on many a lips. I'm just saying that ain't a lie, because a lot of people had Vince's name on their lips this reunion episode. Hey, just Rhonda01, good to have you here. Tell the people, hit that like button. Just one good time. One good time. And y'all check out Just Rhonda01. Her channel covers your Married Twos, your Bell Collectives, your Housewives. She cover all that, including Ready to Love. Okay, and then she has some coffee time stuff early in the morning, girl. Right? What does it mean? I choose you on the bridge. I thought it was exclusive, or did Vince not clarify intentionally? We don't get there. I have not seen Donna do any interviews, but we do have questions. Okay, we do have questions. So Donna says, when they were catching up, she tells me that she's dating Vince and he was the last name on the list. Now, Ashanti was, was that you squinting at Donna when she says, who Lauren was dating? Because y'all see Ashanti do a little squint. Was that in the same parameters, or did they insert that in the whole spiel of it? And Dom's neck spun around after Vince's name is called. Dom was like, oh, really? What? Vince? Really? Donna said, that was news to me. And Lauren said, I thought you knew this. So she had, Donna said she had to take a step back once she heard this. So Tony's like, if you didn't want 100% commitment from Donna, why did you choose her, Vince? Vince, y'all, gives, he says, I was under the impression that choosing Donna was choosing to date her. That's where he ended. Okay. He didn't say that means I date her exclusively. Vince said it sounded like I just choose to date her. Not only her, I decided to date her. I'm a little confused. Okay. I'm a little confused. Hey, Shauna, good to see you. Good to have you here. Shauna, too, is a content creator, y'all. And y'all should really check out her channel, okay? Okay? I'm confused. You chose her, but what did you choose her for? I'm just asking. What did you choose her for? Why do we choose then? Why is there a choice? Why is there a choice made? Because Tommy clearly told some of the fellas you can't go home with 2 or 3. You could only go home with 1. So why is there a choice then? If we're not choosing just one person? I'm asking. I'm worried about it. Okay? Okay? It seems shady that Donna was saying all the people Lauren was dating. Oh, shady that Donna said, oh, Lauren has a list. She has a list, y'all. It ain't just Vince, it's others, but I'm going to mention Vince because Vince is attached to me. That's what it's sounding like. Okay. But Tommy says, were you clear that you were dating other people? Vince said, we were clear. The problem was going out with Lauren. He should have said it specifically as to what was going on. Okay. Now, y'all are saying it was just hanging out. He said he was dating Lauren. I didn't hear Lauren speak up on the couch saying, we weren't dating. We're just hanging out. I didn't hear it that time. Donna, though, bucks up and clears it for Vince, though. Y'all realize that? She said, we had clear conversation. We would continue to explore a romantic connection. We were not ready to be exclusive because this time on this show was too short. It meant we can date other people. And the part he missed, though, was that he was dating someone continuously who was also on the show. So were we clear with that, though, Donna? Were we clear to say, hey, we can date other people, but if you're dating cast members, I need to know. If you're dating a cast member, I need to know. Because we got a reunion coming up, and what I ain't going to be wearing is egg on my face. My face going to be beat, but not with egg batter. I'm sorry. Were we clear? Were we clear? So this is a gray area, y'all. We dating other people. I just didn't tell you it's in the same shallow pond that is the show. It is the same shallow pond that the show is on. But you got to be detailed, y'all. And I always tell y'all, it's semantics and it's detail. I told y'all from the beginning with this mixer, not only with Vince, but with Bello, when he's like, oh, I'm an honest person. Ask me anything. I'm an open book. Nobody asked him if he had a girlfriend, huh? But we're going to get to that at the end. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Okay? We're going to get to that. According to him, he told everyone that he wasn't dating them exclusively. Okay. But did he tell them that he was dating within the same shallow pond that is the cast? Did he tell them that? It's one thing to be dating around town, and it's a different thing to be dating amongst the cast. Okay? Hey, High Vibe, good to see you. BK Queen, good to see you. Glad to have you here. Hey, V. I haven't seen you in a bit, V. Good to see you. Hey, Mona Wilson. Donna allowed Vince to set all the terms of their relationship. Exactly. She fell into the trap. We were telling Donna from the beginning. She had a timeline for 3 months. We move in and she wanted to be engaged by the end of the year. And Vince kept telling her he has an issue with the timeline. When he said that, that should have been like, oh, who else? Who else is here that I could date? Because clearly he ain't the one. The fudging of the, would we have a baby? Do I want one? Do I want another one or not? And organically, one thing I know about organic things, it's spoiled real quick. If we talk about organic food, organic stuff spoil real quick. Okay, because there ain't a whole bunch of stuff in it. Okay. You're disappointed because Vince seemed like a straight shooter, serious, but getting to know Donna on a solid relationship. I can't root for him any longer. Ladies, wasted time. You see, again, yes, you may fall for it, absence that Vince is a straight person. He gonna tell it to you like it is. But again, like Bello, ask me anything. You got to be specific. You got to be specific. And if you are not specific and you don't get the detail, the fine print, and the cliff notes, you may find yourself falling for it. He is right. He's still going pew, 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 real straight. But what he's not telling you is that he dated other cast members. He dating other people. You just don't know from what parts these people are from. He is honest with you. He is honest with you. But you see, that's why I had liked Vince in the beginning, because I saw Vince in the beginning, but I was having a good old time because I know people will fall for it. Again, just like Bello, Bello, it's playing in the gray area. If you don't ask for specifics, you will find yourself real cut up. You better ask them, you dating other people? Does that include cast members? And if you didn't ask a question, they can literally say, well, you never asked me. You never said that was a boundary. You never said that was an issue. You never said that. Peep that. Did you ever ask? Okay. Right. You didn't ask. You still think Vince still likes Donna a lot, but not enough to give up his relationship with Lauren. He wants them both. I don't know. If I just, my personal opinion, I don't know Vince personally. Okay. I don't know Vince. But it seems like if I had to take a guess, it's more of he's at a particular point in his life, maybe because the kids are getting grown. I don't want to settle down. Okay, I really don't want to settle down right now. I'm in the prime of my life. Things are looking good. I'm feeling good. And I just don't want to settle down right now. So I'll date. I'll date around. Okay, I will date around. This is I get around style. Okay, I get around, but don't end up being a notch on that belt, y'all. Don't end up falling for it and thinking you exclusive, because it's the stories you tell yourself that is the lies that are told. It's the story you tell yourself, and we're gonna get to that. That's the lies that are told. Hey, LNV, good to see you. Notice in his discussion with Nicole, he said that there was no overlap, but I don't know because I was not there. Rana, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. I can't stay in the comment section, y'all. We were here all night. So you got to be detailed with like anybody you're dating. Get the specifics. Donna does say she understands Lauren dating who she wants to date. Okay, but if she was in Lauren's shoes after choosing, someone else, there's no way that Vince would have convinced me to date him. Makes her wonder what type of value does a woman have for herself that she allows herself to be second. Yeah, Donna, why are you looking at Lauren so hard? Why this speech ain't to Vince? Vince, for someone who chose me at the end, it's real interesting that you now going and dating someone that you clearly had a hand in voting out. I didn't hear that side. Was it cut out? Production? Was it cut out? Was it cut out? Okay. Was it cut out of the whole speech? So we only heard what you said to Lauren. Lauren don't know you were chosen, Donna. Lauren wasn't there. And apparently, if you weren't there, ain't nobody telling you. It sounds like if you weren't there, nobody telling you and nobody kind of asking who was at the end, who was chosen, who did what. It sounded like that. Okay. But again, it's giving, the show is allowing a gray area because nobody talking, ain't nobody in the group chat say, oh, y'all see Vince chose Donna and Donna chose him back. Y'all see that Ashley chose Darius and Darius chose her back. Did y'all see Dom and Bella together? Nobody talking in the group chat. Nobody talking. Okay. Vince didn't know he chose Donna too. He went first, but he didn't know. Vince chose. Okay. I ain't gonna say Vince is a liar, but I'm gonna say he ain't telling you everything. He ain't telling you everything. You gotta ask the question. You better ask if you want knowledge, if you wish to gain knowledge. Okay. But Lauren said, ain't no kissing, ain't no sleeping, and you have smelled nothing that I have. I said, daggone it. Did we have to go all the way there? But she said the issues with Vince, and when she heard all of that, from Donna, she also removed herself. But that's a little gray area because we also hear in Lauren in the streets, you're saying y'all still were hanging out, but you removed yourself. But y'all weren't dating. Ain't no, and that whole no kissing, I'm guessing you're saying on the lips because we saw you kiss Vince on the show. That cheek, we saw you get a little cheek kiss when he walked you to the car, that final date you had with him. I'm just saying, okay? So just semantics, okay? Just the semantics that, will get you caught up, okay? Vince said in this process over, he's outside. Hussein said Vince knew who he could play with. Vince knew the players in the game, but Hussein, he did not catalog for a particular player, letting all of it out. And then sometimes you got to know when to not play with a player until a certain time of the game. That's why he got caught up with Nicole. I'm sorry. That's when he got caught up with Nicole. I don't know. Vince is giving me, we had Baskin Robbins and it got 31 flavors and I want to try them all. Hey, y'all gonna let me sample all or I'll just have whatever y'all let me sample. Okay? I'll just have what y'all let me sample. Then Vince understands that Donna feels blindsided. Okay? Didn't want it to play out like that of what they established. Well, what did you establish? Okay? Then how did you want it to play out? What was the end goal? Because it was supposed to be organically. Okay? He said it was a small miscommunication that made her step back. No, it was a big miscommunication, and it's a grown woman. That was the miscommunication. Okay? He definitely underestimated Nicole. Mm, he anyway, we'll get to that part. Ooh, we're gonna get to that part. Yeah, ask me specific questions or gray area isn't honest. Ooh, Donna knows not to trust him. That's why I also not believe in the time, legal, pre, post nuptial specifics before marriage too. Absence. I like specifics, and y'all. I'm gonna have to have a members live to tell y'all how I used to date because I would ask questions and I would put it out because I would have been the one. Oh, you dating cast members? Any cast members? Anybody from the crew? Anyone from production? I will be asking you. Anyone we just met in these past 6 weeks? Any friends of theirs? I will be listing out everything, asking you for specifics. Okay. But Tommy's like, you know why she feels blindsided because she chose you. And she thought she was getting the same thing, Vince. But what do you want, Vince? Do you want to get back to where things were? Interesting, Vince's response. He said, I understand why she feels the way this way, and he accepts it if. Why is this on Donna's shoulders? And no apology. Because Vince say, oh, I have apologized several times. See, Vince, we done seen one good apology. We wanted to see another. You apologized nicely to Lauren before. We wanted to see an apology to Donna here now. Okay, but why is it if on Donna? But I understand you're probably trying to say, oh, I'm the one that messed up and she got to forgive me. But I don't even think you feel like you messed up. That's just me. I don't know him. I don't know him personally. But Donna says she don't know. And Tommy did ask Vince to apologize. And that's when he said 1,000,000 apologies were given to Donna. I didn't see Donna co-sign on that. But hey. But he said he probably should have communicated all of it instead of leaving out that one part. Well, apparently we're going to find out there's another part that Vince done left out. Okay? In the confession cam, Lauren does say that it's a low blow that Donna said about her self-esteem and she don't play second to anybody. Well, sorry to say, Lauren, you're playing second in the Donna Dom. You weren't chosen again for the show's sake. You kind of play second. Okay, you kind of play second. But you didn't think Donna existed. How? How, Sway? That's a Cardi word. How, Sway, did you not think Donna was there? She says, 3 weeks, it was, Donna said 3 weeks after running into Lauren, she said she washed her hands of Vince, but later on, Vince showed receipts that Lauren was still contacting him. Did he show all the receipts? Was he answering when she contacted him? Was there any deleted receipts? You see, I'm gonna need both parties, clone phones. I'm gonna need the messages for both parties, and I'm gonna need to match them up and see if there are any deleted messages. Okay. So Donna and Vince were in the confession booth. And Donna said, you should have been transparent with me, and we talked about that. See, she's saying he wasn't transparent. He says, it's important to me that we had a conversation, important to me to show you exactly what happened. It's not important what she thinks and what her perception is. Oh, so Lauren got a perception problem, Vince. Okay. She said, it's enough for him that Donna knows what actually happened. See, this is giving me, we playing Pac-Man and we're running away from all the ghosts. It's giving me playing. Okay. But again, her perception has to be based off of something you were feeding her. So if you're saying Lauren had a perception, y'all were dating and together, what actions were you doing to give that perception? Okay. But you're making it sound like it's all in Lauren's head. You're making it sound like it was all in Lauren's head, and it wasn't. Now, was it? Okay? Okay? Vince said, look at my text messages. Look at my text messages. I don't know why Lauren was willing to talk to Vince, but not Bello. She was second to both of them. Because I think more it was the sting of Dom. That's just my thought. I don't know. So, y'all, the next segment could have been a memo. I'm sorry, Cardi. I'm sorry, Cardi. Your segment could have been a memo. They could have just put that out in clips on Instagram or YouTube. Okay, I'm sorry. Cardi's segment, I was not moved. Okay, I was not moved with the Cardi segment. Okay, you think Lauren was all about competition? Maybe, but yeah, the Cardi segment. So we did, a whole bunch of stuff about Cardi. Okay, could have been an email. It could have been out here, something else. But we do see Cardi and Ashanti have a date in the orchard, and they were talking about their kids. That was nice. That did look nice. And Cardi says, when you get past particular boundaries, and Tommy's like, in real time, you are becoming a metaphor. Cardi is unaware he's doing it again. He is unaware. He is doing it again. Totally unaware. Metaphor could have been an email. Please tell me about it. It was like a meeting I didn't ask for. So, because why is Cardi getting his whole segment? Cardi didn't pair with anybody. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, Cardi, if I'm saying that you shouldn't have had your own segment. Dom said, no one hated you. You were a breath of fresh air and you were funny. Where was this Dom at the retreat at the dinner table? When Cardi was being misunderstood and being told he was shallow, where was this Dom speaking up for him? Hello? Dom, is it because you and Bello no longer together? Now you feel like you could speak up for Cardi? I'm sorry. That's just my thoughts. My thoughts. Ashley said Cardi and her, talk about gadgets. And, if I'm your top, then you should let me in like you let Ashanti in. Oh, but I'm sorry, Ashley. You weren't that kind of close-knit. Okay? It could have been a YouTube exclusive. See, Hussein, thank you for brushing it up. I said it could have been email, a memo, or even an Instagram, but you make it sound professional. It could have been a YouTube exclusive. Okay? that was much, much better said. So Dom said they had light conversation, but she still needed pressure. Okay? And she talked about, hey, you grabbed Ashley booty and all. You grabbed her yams. But he's like, I didn't want to make her fall. Everybody's chuckling at that. And Ashanti speaks up like, hey. He's not shallow. He's just particular. She appreciated him trusting her with his information. And the way he did leave her unprotected with the ex is what made him crash and burn. That was my words, y'all, the crash and burn. Hey, Miriam, good to see you. Good to have you here. Yes, you made it live. Cardi was and still is her sidekick. Hey, it's better sidekick than chick. Okay. Is he her foodie call? Cardi talks and says he wishes he had said more and he apologized. Ashanti accepts the apology. Remember that whole his ex day coming at Ashanti like, what up, dog? Is he your dog or is he your partner? But Cardi said he hit up everybody after the experiment. And when asked if there was a lady here that he would like to pursue, Cardi talks as another metaphor. He appreciates the experience and he gained a family. That's all he was given. I said, daggone it, Cardi. All you got to say is no, there's no lady here I'd like to pursue romantically, but we all good friends. But again, the metaphor, I think, was churning to come out. The metaphor was churning to come out. Next segment, y'all. Nicole and Ed. Nicole and Ed was the next segment. Nicole is still crying about sending Ed home. I need to know when was this reunion in relation to the show? Because it seemed to be a while. Because Donna had said it was about 5 weeks after everything. She met up with Lauren and heard this. So the reunion had to be about 6 weeks after everything. I need to know how long ago was we ended, then we had this reunion, because Nicole's still crying. But should I be surprised? Hey, Blondie Monique, Should I be surprised? Should I be surprised that Nicole is still crying over Ed? Because this is the undergrad crush. This is still the undergrad crush. 15 odd years, and we still crying. 6 or 8 weeks ago, you sent Ed home, and we still crying on this stage. Tommy said, wait a minute, it looked like, Nicole, you got eliminated with all that crying. And Ashanti is like, girl, yeah, you got so emotional. Ashanti is our narrator, okay? Ashanti is our narrator throughout this whole reunion. I cannot sit next to Ashanti if we're ever in a public setting that we shouldn't be speaking, because that's how I am. I am that friend. I'm like, girl, you see that? I'm that friend. And I can't sit next to Ashanti because we would feed off of each other. I just can't. I just can't. Quay is reminding everyone 47 people are watching and only 17 likes. Please. Donna's math ain't mathing, but we can add up together and add up to them likes, okay? Probably because Ricky was at the reunion. Maybe. You're not understanding all the fanning? Okay. I'm not sure what that is, okay? But Nicole says, y'all, we went to college. We weren't in each other's faces all the time. I was like, But she said his elimination day was the next day after their first date, and she could see, well, maybe this could work. Ashley's like, yeah, y'all were in each other's faces in college. And Nicole said, no, we weren't. But I'd like to answer the question, please. I was like, Nicole, why are we doing this? Why are we snippy at Ashley? Did you all notice that? Nicole was kind of snippy. I'd like to finish answering Tommy's question, please. Whoa. I know they don't teach that in pageant school. But she's like, it was more disappointing, and, we're still not, we still haven't figured things out. Y'all, Ed is sitting next to Nicole, tuned out. Y'all see that? He's sitting beside her, and he could be as far away as the next town over. Tommy's like, did you feel the same way, Ed? Ed, you knew you heard the question. Ed's like, could you repeat the question? You knew you heard the question. Don't delay. Answer the daggone question. Because if you don't want to be misunderstood, be clear. Again, y'all seeing this right here? Again, we are talking about Vince, ain't clear. We're talking about Bello, ain't clear. Here we have Ed that can clearly tell this lady, hey, this ain't nothing romantic. We still ain't clear. And Nicole's like, we still don't know, Tommy. No, Nicole, you don't know. We know. We out here in the audience know. Everybody on the stage and in production know. Everybody in Detroit probably know. You, Nicole, are the only one that don't know that Ed ain't interested. Ed ain't interested. Hey, Katie, good to see you. Good to have you here. Nicole and Ed, as far as the East is from the West. Ashley was the only one who was nasty to Nicole. She was upset because Ed rejected her too. Ooh. Oh, is that what we saying? Because remember, we're going to get there. Tommy says, a lot of ladies felt like you were emotionally unavailable, Ed. Would you say that? But you heard that question, Ed, right? You didn't ask Tommy to repeat that question. I wonder why. He said, I wouldn't say so. Ashley's like, hey, he was my type. And I told him, and I was throwing it at him, and he didn't catch it. Nicole's face when Ashley said that she was throwing the ball at Ed told me everything I need to know. Everything I need to know. Nicole's still mad. Nicole is mad that you have the nerve to say in her face that you still throwing it at Ed. Tommy asked, so Nicole, how do you feel about Ed now? She's like, I tried to connect quite a few times after the experience ended. And it never worked out. And Don was like, all of us, ouch. Nicole was like, after a while, I was like, okay, he's not interested. And, maybe I need to move on with my life. Ashley was whispering what we all were thinking. He was never interested. Never, ever, ever interested. I was like, whoever put the mic on Ashley, y'all made sure it was crisp and clear. And said, we have a great friendship, okay? And it's better saved right there. We finally get a clarity in answers. We finally got a clarity that we need to leave it right there. Now Nicole is ready for therapy, RTF. In this case, Ed could say it in multiple languages and ways, and she still feel like there's a chance. Ashley was acting hella stank. Ashley was acting stank? Oh, maybe I was acting stank. Maybe that's why I didn't catch all of it, because I do act a little stank at times. Sometimes y'all see it, sometimes y'all don't. Tommy says, is there anything that, heated up with you and anyone else, Nicole? She's like, well, maybe, like Devon and Vince. And she asked to pass on the whole romantic connection question. She don't want to say based on what, happened earlier on the reunion. Dom and Ashley is like, just say the name. It's Vince. Put a name on it. Dom's favorite thing. Stand on business about it. Tommy said, well, earlier, the only one we had talking about was Vince. I'm assuming it's Vince. And Nicole's like, I didn't know none of that. I didn't know the show had ended. I didn't know he picked Donna until a week and a half ago. I said, Dad, I need the timeline, Own. I need the timeline. We know Donna said she met up with Lauren about 5 weeks after the experiment. I need to know when this reunion happened. After the experiment was over. I need to know. I'm going to say it's 8 weeks. I'm going to say 2 months later. I'm going to say 2 months. It could be longer because, the production have to make these clips and put them together. But she said she didn't know about Donna till a week and a half ago. Ed was really animated at this point. Did y'all realize that? You didn't have to repeat questions or comments for Ed. He was paying attention and he was real animated. So I'm like, oh, so when it's about someone else, Ed is animated. When it's about him in relation to Nicole, he need a question repeated. It's called selective hearing, Ed. It's called selective hearing. That's all I'm going to say about it. So Nicole says, this is my truth, and I wish you were sitting next to me. And we're like, oh, when someone says this is my truth, that tells me that there's a gray area. When you say it's not the truth, but this is my truth, I'm like, I got to listen to you, but I got to listen to you sideways. I got to listen with one ear in your direction. And in the back, Steven is like, Vince, this you? Bella's like, she talking about you, Vince. She talking about you. Nicole said the day she was sent home, she told him, the day she was sent home, she told him she was open to dating him. She asked him if he wanted to wait and see if, how everything played out. And he said he wanted to keep on dating her. She said she hit him up and asked him if he was with Donna and if they were dating. And he said no. Okay, let's dissect this. So, Nicole, you were sent home by all the men that were left. And one of the men said that they want to continue to date you and they're dating other people on the show still. And you open? You yay wide open. Shout out to Slick Rick the Ruler. You yay wide open? And he said he's dating other women on the show and he want to date you too, who was just voted off the show. The math ain't mathing. The math is not mathing for me. I can't wait to find out what you learned. Sound like Vince? Yep, cake and eat it too. Vince said that they didn't hook up until a couple weeks before the reunion after both Donna and Lauren had cut him off. That's okay. But again, I'm not putting only onus on Vince. There are 2 grown people in this setup. Vince, yes, he's like, hey, I'm open to dating you. I still want to see where this goes. Nicole has to accept it as well. I am sorry. Players gonna play, but that don't mean you join the game. I'm just saying that. Players gonna play, but that don't mean you join his game. He just kicked you off the show. Not him alone, okay? Not him alone. Not him alone. She was wide open because she was leaving there with something. Oh, okay. That's how them nice girls do. Oh, that's how the nice girls do? Okay. I guess I don't know nice girls. I guess I don't know nice girls. But this man is going to continue, and you know he is dating people on the show, and you're going to continue to see him? And she said they were still talking a while before they hooked up. So safe to say that they were all entangled. I'm so, if that was too much sauce on it, Katie, I'm sorry. That's how I heard it in my head. Nicole was leaving with something. Yes, Hussein, she was. She was. He was still on the show, so you think he was dating. Tommy? Right, Black Queen. BK Queen, I'm sorry. It's like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. You know he's dating other people on the show. Even if you think he's going to date exclusively, wait till he's kicked off. Well, you know what, Vince? When you get kicked off the show, call me. When you get kicked off the show, because I know you had a hand. First of all, you had a hand in kicking me off the show. I'm done. I don't know. I've been told that when I cut people off, I cut them off. And Mr. Elsid tells me, girl, that's a little too much. You have to leave room for people to apologize and come back into the fold. But in this kind of situation, I'm going to hang out with y'all in group settings. What I'm not going to do is date none of y'all, because y'all voted me out. Okay? Was Nicole? I can't remember. Was Nicole ever on the bottom too? Yes, she was. She was on the bottom before. Okay? She was on the bottom before. Vince the ruler. See, I could take that ruler to be different things, Hussein. And I know with where my mind is operating right now, it ain't the ruler that you are thinking about. So she hit him up and asked if he was with Donna and if they were dating, and he said no. How did you know to say Donna and not Lauren? Nicole, there's pieces to this narrative that I'm going to start pulling away at. Hey, Vince, glad to see you. Glad to have you here. We talking about you. So you better buckle up. Hey, Sam, good to see you. You're listening in the bushes. Okay, don't get caught up in any thorns. We in a thorny section of the show, okay? So I'm asking, Nicole, how do you know to ask him if he was with Donna? If you didn't know who he ended up with, how do you know to use Donna's name? It could have been Lauren. I'd like to know, how did you know to hit him up and ask if he was with Donna? And he said no. Okay, timeline again, people. We need a timeline. When did the show end? We know it's 5 weeks when Donna met up with Lauren at her coffee house. And then we need to know when this reunion was. I need a timeline. When did Donna and Vince say, this is it, we are done? I need a timeline, y'all. Because unless we have the time and the date stamps, we don't think everybody in the shallow pond together. Okay? Lauren, in the meanwhile, in the back saying, get me out of here. Why? Why do we need to get you out of here? You actually need to get out there on the couch and talk. Okay? So then Dom's like, this is crazy. Tommy's like, to what degree were you and Vince dating? She's like, as high as you can get. Really? Really? As high as you can get. Really? Hey, what's Aaron? Good to see you. Good to have you here. Pillow talks. Pillow talk will get people in trouble. Pillow talks get people in trouble. I need the timeline. I need dates and timestamps. I don't need your text messages, Vince. I don't need it. Donna done sussed that out. Donna told us she's the investigator. Okay? I'm going to trust her judgment on that. But again, to what degree? The highest degree. What is the highest degree, Nicole? Because you see, I need specifics. Please. Okay? Why don't we ask how he exited the show? I need specifics. What is the highest degree, Nicole? Okay, because some people think the highest degree is just, sitting in a lap. Some people think the highest degree is third base. Some, your hot and my hot ain't the same hot. Your hot and your hot degrees ain't the same as my hot. Some people count in Celsius. Some people count in Fahrenheit. I'm gonna need specifics. A lot of embellishment to save face. That's what it's sounding like. Because when people start talking in metaphors, shout out Cardi, I'm like, what is the highest degree? What's the highest degree? Yes, the look on Vince's face cracked me up. He just walked in on that. Because Steven was like, Vince, this you? And Vince is like, what? Huh? What? Bella's like, she talking about you. She talking about you right here. Vince was like, what did I walk into? Do I need to walk back out and come back in? What are y'all doing? Is this a joke? Is this a joke? Am I being played? So Nicole said he had a conversation with Donna and they were on two different pages. So to me, I just assumed they weren't talking. Ding ding ding. I wish I had a horn. I wish I had a horn. I wish I had a horn. Hey Vince, I'm funny. It's gonna get real funny later. She's insinuating that she made pancakes with crispy edges in the morning. She's insinuating that I done stayed over, made pancakes, and we here. Hey the Haitian Empress, good to see you. Good to have you here. Okay. Bella was just happy nobody was talking about him. Yes, Vince. Just like Darius is happy, all of y'all in the lineup. He is glad that he ain't got to sweat out his Beijing because all of y'all taking the heat for him. He's sitting there cool as a cucumber. He didn't need no gorilla that day. Oh, not Vince could even moisturize his hands before the secrets were out. You're saying he just came from the bathroom? No. From my point of view, it looks like Donna was the main, Lauren was the side chick, and Nicole was the sneaky link. Nicole sounds hurt and hurt people. The last clip with her lashing out proves that Nicole came here swinging. And I'm wondering why. And Donna, I got to use your line. Because if you are talking about self-esteem, I'm going to need that speech turned towards Nicole just for a second. Based on y'all, this is an edited, produced show. This does not fully encapsulate all that Nicole is or all that Vince is. Vince may be a nice friend, but don't. Okay? You're out of here. It's too wild. Oh, hey, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. And Nicole said to the highest degree. So I thought you could stand heat. Because Nicole said to the highest degree you could understand. That's what Nicole said. To the highest degree. Okay? So why did you assume, Nicole, that they weren't talking? Why would you assume that? Okay? Ooh. Oh, I can't F that NARC. Welcome to the membership. Okay? Welcome to the membership. Now, last night we had a member live that I did get a little bit messy, but not too messy. But definitely welcome to the membership. I gotta have the birds dance a little bit for you. I said, yes, thank you. Welcome to being an L citizen. Okay, welcome on in. So crazy. All the cast are watching reviews, right? It is so crazy. The new clip for next week. Yes, I did. We gonna cover that. Jaguar, I did. We gonna cover it. Okay. So going on, now that Vince has left the building, we could talk more about him. Okay. But Tommy clarifying from Nicole, like, so today you didn't know nothing about Lauren? Nicole's like, I don't know nothing about Lauren. I mean, I would have never done that. And y'all been hanging to the fullest. So Lauren's looking at Vince like, oh, Vince. Oh, Vince is like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. That's not cool. It ain't a denial either, Vince. It ain't a denial. It's just like, that's not cool. Donna got nothing to say, as would I. I would have nothing to say. I'd just be sitting there looking left and right. Okay. And I'm like, Donna's face did say, dude, all you had to do is not embarrass me or yourself. And you have failed both. That's what Donna's expression was giving. All you had one job. Don't embarrass me here. That's exactly what she was saying. Oh, not Nicole, a whole desperate lie. Oh my God. Now what's Aaron say? I think he's still lurking. No. Oh my word. He could be. It doesn't matter. Vince, if you want to sit in the bushes, that's okay. Just don't get no thorns, okay? Don't get no thorns. So Nicole says she never knew how the show ended. Never knew what the connections were, but funny how you were able to ask Vince about whether he would Donna or not Lauren. I ain't believing it, Nicole. Your words aren't coming together. As Jesse Wu would say, your continents ain't meeting. Okay. She said, I never knew who chose who. I knew he liked me on the show. And I would say from the day that we exchanged numbers to now that we talked this whole time. So again, Nicole, this man done helped vote you out. He is dating other women on the show, yet you exchange numbers and y'all talking this whole time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And you saying to the highest degree. She's like, so it was never like I'm ending things with you. So I didn't ask any details until we started talking about the reunion like a week ago. So again, you're not asking any details. So he don't have to lie to you. You're lying to yourself. You're in your own fairy tale bubble if you're not asking this man questions. But then you said you didn't ask for any details. Then how did you know to ask him if he's seeing Donna or not? How did you know? How did you know? Because my thing is, you would have been like, are you dating any other woman? Did you choose Lauren? Did you choose Donna? Is Vince really from Detroit? He can't handle a little old us? You know, Detroit heat is a little bit different. You know, Detroit heat is a little bit different. Okay? It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Okay? Then Donna stood up and showed the whole word her peach in that. Oh, no, not the granny panty and the ugly. I ain't going there. Okay? I ain't going there. You know, the dress is different. It ain't my thing, but it's good enough for a reunion. Lauren said, I'm flabbergasted right now. And I'm like, why are we flabbergasted, Lauren? Why do we have any kind of reaction to this? See, that's the thing when you don't there's a whole lot you're saying when you choose to react. When you choose to react a certain way, it's telling me, why are you flabbergasted? Why are you saying, oh no, Vince, what's going on, Vince? Why are you invested? Why invested? But Tommy said he needs some water, and Cardi said this is too heavy for him. Y'all had Cardi taking off his hat, putting his hat back on. Y'all had Cardi all kind of in confused metamorphosis, okay? The metaphor was in a confused metamorphosis, okay? Nicole will give her lies away. She's not too with it and can't help herself. She can't. She can't. She can't. And that's why I'm like, there's some things now she could have asked him, but then you're saying you didn't ask any details? Yeah. Something ain't adding up. So Nicole said, I've been sitting here quiet this whole time because I don't want to get into that mess. But so you want to create your own mess. Okay, I got it. No taken. So Lauren's like, okay, so what a plot twist, Vince. Vince said, that's not cool. Vince, you keep saying that's not cool. That's not cool. That's all you're saying is that's not cool. What are we doing? What are we processing? So then we see Donna, Vince standing side by side, and Nicole sitting on the edge of a couch in the back. Now, if it is true that Lauren and Cartier was sitting on another couch there in the vicinity, I would have done the same thing. I'd have been sitting there air hustling. Say, no, I don't need any freshen up on my makeup. I'm right here. I'll be listening. So Donna said, like, when did it start? I guess that's like a regular question. When did this start? Vince is like, after the show, I spoke to Nicole, and that's when we reconnected, and then we hung out. That was just recently. But Nicole said she gave you her number, and you were talking to her throughout the show. So which is it? We reconnected, or we were talking while the show was still going on? Again, two different sides. Yes, she did pursue Ed afterwards, and she was voted out by Vince and agreed to see him. Yep, making herself available to them. Yes, Rose is in the building. That is what we will call it. Will forever be a Rose montage. I'm sorry, Hussein, if this is going to trigger you. I'm sorry if this brings PTSD to your season, but that's what it's given. Hey, Plain Genie, good to see you. Good to have you here. That's what it's given. It is given that. Okay, it is given. He didn't answer the questions clearly. Bring out the lie detector test. Okay? Bring out the lie detector test. So Nicole said there's maybe about a week or two of like a whole bunch of distance. Okay, a week or two, there was distance. I hadn't heard from him. And I did directly ask, is it because you picked someone else? How about someone? You could have just stopped with, did you pick someone? Okay, just someone. Is it because you don't want me? Is it because you don't like me? I was trying to figure out what was happening. This is all Nicole saying. She's like, we just recently got physical, but I feel like we've been talking for a while. If this ain't the exact quote, y'all blame closed captionings because I got it word for word. So maybe about a week, whole bunch of distance, she wasn't hearing from him. That's the first clue. That's the first clue, Nicole. You ain't hearing from this man. He gone for a week. He ain't talking to you. Then she's like, did you pick somebody else? Is it because you don't want me? Is it because you don't like me? Why are we getting to 3 questions? Why are we getting to 3 questions? This man for a week, even if he was calling you, he's still on a show dating other women that's going to be publicly. So you talking to him while he going out with Donna, while he going out with Lauren? Baby girl, if Escape's You're My Little Secret could be playing right now, that is the song. Baby girl, You're My Little Secret, and that's how we should keep it. Again, this is what is giving. You're my little secret. Okay? Nicole is crazy for Ed, and she had a tantrum on Devin, and then had smacks with Vince. Daggone it. Y'all are giving it all out there. Y'all are giving it all out there. Now Nicole's a pygmisha. Do you want me? Do you like me? Trying to figure out what's happening. Why do we need to figure out? This is the problem too with ladies, y'all needing closure. Some of y'all who need closure. Why we need to figure things out? Why? Do you want me? Do you like me? Why is it on him? Do you like him? You clearly do. But is he treating you like he likes you? He's still dating other people on this show. So Vince is like, we were not speaking because I was speaking to Donna. So Vince is giving his clear delineation. He's saying, let's cut it up. We weren't speaking because I was speaking to Donna. But Nicole said you got her number while still on the show and y'all were talking constantly. So it was for a week or two you weren't speaking to Donna? I need some more information. Nicole said, I did ask you and you told me that was not it. And you said that I've been busy and there's a lot going on. He busy with another woman, Nicole. Nicole, he busy. He got a lot going on. He's telling you he don't want you. That's what he's telling you. He's telling you. Dweebs be lying too. Yes, Nicole needs serious counseling. If this is how she is in real life, Vince must be playing Lil' Kim 50 Cent. The magic stick must be. Hey, Designs in the core. These man boys are horrible. Man boys are horrible. Now, it's men acting like boys. Okay. But she said we just recently got physical and feels like we've been talking for a while. It feels like we've been talking for a while. Now, again, what it feel like and what it is are two different things. Nicole, you said it feels like, what is it? Have y'all been talking for a while? It feels like, it could feel like 2 weeks and it's just been a day. This is where I get into semantics with Nicole's language, because again, the way she says things leads me to believe like, I can't put this to stand up as evidence. It feels like we've been talking for a while. No, what is it? Not what it feel like. What is it? Okay? What is it? What exactly is it? Hey, let's talk about it all. I generally emphasized or empathized with her when Vince told her, get off him. Oh, girl, we're going to get to that. Feelings are not facts. Tell him, BK Queen, your feelings are not facts. Hey, actually, Aubrey, good to see you. Good to have you here. Did Ed dodge a problem? Ed's still dodging the problem 15 years later. Did he dodge it? Or he's still he's still dodging it? Designs and decor. He's still dodging the problem. Okay. But again, okay. Vince said I was not speaking to you because I was speaking to Donna. He told you there's a lot going on and he busy. When a man tells you he busy, he's too busy for you. That's your cue to stay away, walk away, block him if you need to. He said, because I was not speaking to Donna at the time, what Donna is feeling right now is that we were going out while me and her were going out, and that is not what was going on. Vince was very clear to say, baby girl, you and I started up when I finished talking to Donna and we were done. Nicole equals meat under the bleachers energy. No, Haitian Empress, not the meat under the bleachers. Now I can't unsee it. So Vince is like, hey, that's what we were not doing. I met up with you after. That's not what's going on. So Donna walks off at this point. Donna walks off, and I'm like, she's looking like, why am I entertaining this? Why am I entertaining this foolishness? Because clearly the math ain't math. She's in love with the idea of loving someone. Anyone it seems like anyone would do. Anyone would do. So, your point in what you said, Vince, is like, we just started hanging out a couple weeks ago. There's no reason to be this messy. So, okay, Vince is giving us a timeline. It's just been a couple weeks ago we started hanging out. See, this is the word he used, hanging out. Again, Lauren, I'm going to need you to choose new words because we need to define hanging out a little bit differently. Because if Vince is saying he's hanging out with Nicole and is getting physical, we need to know what your hanging out means. Because for Vince, hanging out means we physical. Okay? We need to know. Hanging out means two different things. Vince is telling we just started hanging out 2 weeks ago. And Lauren, you saying hanging out. Nicole said, I saw what was played out with Lauren and Donna. And I was trying to really figure out, like, do you like me? And then I get here and find out you actually do really want to be with someone else. At this point, she is holding his hands. Do you want me? Why are we asking this man if he wants you? Okay. We need more short men for next season. Maybe she also had Ed. That's why he was so quiet. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But why are we asking him? You just say, I get here and I found out you actually want to be with someone else. Why would we open up our mouth and say that we have been with this man if he has just said on a stage that he wants to be with someone else? Do you know how much my story would remain my story? There is no way in tarnation I would be saying this out loud, that not only were we at the highest point of the degrees, and now he wants somebody else, and I'm going to embarrass myself on this stage to say he done had me? Oh, heck no. Oh, you got me all twisted, Nicole. There ain't no way I would be saying anything on this here camera to be immortalized on this here internet. Okay? On this here internet, there ain't no way I would be saying that. You clearly say, I get here and I found out you actually really want to be with somebody else. Do you want me? Nicole, come on now. Listen, Vince is like, listen, I don't know why you would say that. She's like, so you wanted me to lie? No, Nicole, we wanted you to keep quiet. Keep quiet, because this is not just embarrassing Vince. This is embarrassing you. This is embarrassing you. No one would ever hear from my mouth. I would deny if he piped up. If he piped up, I would deny it. Ain't no way. Ain't no way will I be caught up in his embarrassment. Okay? So he's like, it looks very messy and looks very bad on everybody. This is Vince saying this. That's why I don't talk like that. That's not cool. This is, again, Vince's MO is this ain't cool. This ain't cool. Nicole is holding his hands. And y'all, I couldn't be more embarrassed for Nicole before, but I'm embarrassed more now. She's like, okay, okay, but listen, come here, come here. I don't care what you got going on with anybody else. I said, daggone it, girl. Really? I don't care what you got going on with anybody else. You told me that you were dating other people. I understand. All I'm saying is that if you know that I am not the person for you or you want to see someone else, just tell me. Nicole, why can't you walk away? Why does he need to, I'm going to use your words, Bella. Why does he need to release you? Why does he need to tell you that it's time for you to go? This is sounding like I overstay my welcome and I don't know when it's time to leave. That's what it sounded like. Nicole was Vince's backup, his sneaky link. You're my little secret, and that's how we should keep it. Vince, you messy too. He is. Begging. And Vince said, get off of me. You're going to get your makeup on me. Another case of sneaky link not playing her position. Oh, Haitian Empress says, I have a feeling Nicole had something with one of Ed's friends that he became well aware of her clingy personality. Must have figured back then that the stalking was not worth the lay. Girl. Because it's like, why are we doing this? You told me you're dating other people. I understand. All I'm saying is if I'm not the person for you, he clearly dating somebody else. You are not the person for him. What else does he have to say? His actions are telling you, Nicole, to walk away. Why does he need to tell you that you ain't the one for him? He's because he's seeing somebody. Girl, get up, pack your own bags, and walk out. I'd rather walk out than be put out. I'm sorry. I'd rather walk out than be put out by anybody. What I'm telling her to do, she's long suffering, she ain't going nowhere. Hello, all's good, always good. I think this is your first time here. Welcome on in. Hey, I doubt it. I doubt she is going anywhere. I agree with you. It is cringe. After what she heard about Donna, Lauren, and ain't nobody talking about her, she should know better. She should know better, but she doesn't. 15 years a crush? We should know better. She's like, just tell me if I'm not the person for you. Why are you hanging on? Vince said nothing has changed as far as that. And Nicole goes to hug Vince. Vince hugs her and says, let me go, because you're going to get makeup on me. Now, ladies, we know when a man really likes us, they don't care if we get our makeup, our lipstick, our perfume on him. He don't care. But Vince is like reluctantly hugging. Okay. Now, let me twist this up for y'all. Okay. Let me twist this up for you. Okay. She go ahead watching this back later. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. That's a view. Who's saying that's a view? Here's why I'm going to twist this back on y'all. Okay. What if this was the other way around? And Vince is trying to cajole Nicole to continue to see him. Okay. And then Vince is pulling Nicole in for a hug she clearly don't want. What would we be saying about Vince right now? What would we be saying about Vince right now if this was turned around and Vince was the one pulling her in for a hug she clearly did not want? Okay? He clearly didn't want the hug. He did not want her in his personal at this time on camera. She'd been in his personal space, more than that. If we believe, the heat of it all. Here's the other thing, Nicole. Here's the other thing. And ladies, y'all, I ain't going to be too judgy, but we judgy. We're going to be judgy. I'm going to be judgy. This man has been dated several women on this cast. You knew he was just dating, or he chose someone and he was just dating them, even if it was 2 weeks ago. Is just 2 weeks a take? 2 weeks a take? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And we horizontal. 2 weeks and we at the height of heat. 2 weeks. Because what? Things are happening organically. Things are happening organically. We don't know. We don't know. Da, da, da. Really? We don't know. Things are just happening. You know he's dating other people, and you're allowing yourself to be in that fold. I grew up in the time of you knew if you are laying with somebody, you're also laying with all the people they have done laid with. That's the generation I grew up in. I'm not saying that she can't. Okay. These are two grown adults that have the ability to do what they want because they're grown. But the thing is, she's clearly looking for a relationship. She's clearly looking for more than just a drive by. We're going to have a good time and we ain't going to see each other again or talk about this again, or this is just a good time. If you knew, meaning if you are in Nicole's position, you know all this is going to be is a good time, you ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing because you know, and you're saying it in a different manner. Okay. You'll be saying it. You'll be saying it like, hey, yeah, Vince and I hooked up, but that's all it was, a hookup. That's what you'd be saying. But right now, you saying it like we gonna be building something together. That's how it's sounding. And that's what I don't like about it. It's like Nicole is sitting here like if we're building something, and then, but if you don't like me, tell me. If you want somebody else, tell me. Again, she need a friend or sister. She got her sorority sisters. Where are they? She got her pageant sisters. Where are they? Where are the women in her life? She's going to be parked outside his house? Girl. That's why we hope she made the pancakes at her house. You see, I'm going to give you all this player thing for free. I'm going to give you all this game for free. Now, I don't know Vince and Nicole's situation. I don't know. But in a situation like this, okay? In a situation like this, where the person is clearly clingy, you with them at day spot so you can sneak out and go home and get away from I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's what you do. So you can leave. You don't have to put them out and you don't have to worry about them showing up. You just I'll meet you at your house. Why don't we hang out at your spot? Okay? You better ask Kelson. you want you want that? You better ask Kelson moment. That's it. Okay? That's where it is. Or her daddy or any men in her life. This is why, ladies, again, this is why I believe we need male friends, and I mean platonic friends. Male platonic friends are going to tell us the game. The game. Because it's a game out here. Because players going to play. And the thing is, you don't want to be played. If you're going to be played, you're going to say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give up. You know, like when you're playing, shout out to Kat, when you're playing chess, you say you won't give up this pawn because you're putting yourself in a position for a better move. Anything they get, it should be what you gave up willingly. But, we're going to have a members live about that, about dating. Okay. Not just mine, but stories about dating. Okay. But Vince, as I said, Vince reluctantly hugs her. And if this was turned around, we would be calling him all kinds of names for forcing her to hug him. Okay. But Lauren is in the back. Okay. First of all, Nicole is telling the room, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Are you? Are you sorry? I'm sorry. Lauren's like, whoa, I just wish them well. I wish them happiness, true happiness, and to love themselves before they can love somebody else. Lauren, that sounded like RuPaul's Drag Race. The minute I heard it, I thought, RuPaul? Is that you? Because it sounded like RuPaul's Drag Race. Love yourself first, because if you can't love yourself, how in the heck you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen? That sounds like RuPaul Drag Race. Okay? Nicole does not seem mentally stable. I ain't going to call on her mentals, okay? But I don't know. Whose sign? I don't know their zodiac signs for anyone on the cast, okay? You know the game you learned early? Surely not to let anyone embarrass me, and don't tell me more than once that you don't want me. That's the law. You better tell him, Quay. You ain't got to tell me but once. And sometimes you ain't got to tell me. The week, you see, here's the thing. Ladies, here's another you better ask Ilse. The week that he ain't contacting you, you should already be like, huh, it's been a week we haven't talked. Because guess what? He ain't the only player on your roster. You should be hanging out, getting out, hanging around. Again, you should be booked and busy in whatever capacity you wish. And then it could be he calls you, even if you know it's been a week. Hey, stranger, where you been? When's the last time we spoke? See, that's how you play it. That's how you play it. When's the last time we spoke? It's been a while. Huh. So what's up with you? Again, you do not be singing Tony Braxton out here 7 whole nights and not a word from you. Don't be singing because he know you clocking and you waiting and you watching. He know you sitting by the phone. He know you sitting by the phone and you counting them days. Yeah, she a hot mess in Kojo's voice. Yes. Y'all, Kojo is Little Black Book 91. So, later on, we get Christina's segment. Y'all know why I say Christina, right? Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Christina's gone. She took all your stuff. Don't be too available. Girl, you better preach. I think we need lessons. We need some dating lessons out here. But, not too much from me because even though I am married, I may keep you single because it is not for the weak of heart out here. Okay. Tommy says Christina was on a mission to find a man. And I said that who would, I guess, pay for the massages? Pay for the massages. Okay. Christina gone. Tommy said, all right, Christina, we see the whole montage with her. Okay. Why did you ask them for a massage? And Christina said, I didn't ask no man for not one thing. I said, oh, is that right? She said, what I did say was that my body was aching and I was, uncomfortable. I said, oh, okay. And she says, and I think that if I was in distress, my man would want to take care of me. But none of these men here are your men. None of these men are your man. You think your man will want to take care of you. Come on now. Oh, not Ina's segment could have been an email too. It only had one good line in there, and I liked her. She forgot her own lies about the massage. Yes, she did. She did. Okay. You hope that Nicole finds peace. Well, we gonna save that message for Nicole at the end of the reunion because she's coming in hot. She's coming in hot for part 2. Nicole is coming in hot for part 2 as well. So, but none of these men are your man, Christina. But you said, I want my man will want to take care of me. Okay. Devin says, I'm a step up because I was first. She asked me first. He was the Ray J of the group. I got there first. She asked me first for the money. Devin, that is not a flex. I'm sorry. Devin, that is not a flex. At all. Is it? Were you the easiest, Mark? I'm sorry. I had to say it. Were you the easiest? Did she know she could get it from you? Because she asked you first? He said, but for me, it came naturally. In our conversation, I honestly thought it was my idea. Devin, come here. Come here. Ray will always catch you straight. Devin, come here. Come here. Come to the front of the class. Devin, a good woman will make you think it is your idea. And she will thank you for having the wonderful idea to take care of her. I'm telling you right now, Devin, a good woman, she gonna have you thinking. She gonna be like, sweetie, that was so wonderful that you thought of that. You really are thinking of me. Devin, I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying, okay? She skipped some steps and assigning weird values to non-relationship before she knew these men. Here's the thing. Um, I think Imma save that for later. Imma save it for after this, okay? Okay, Imma save it for after this, but a good woman will have you thinking it's your wonderful idea. So Vince like, "So she really tricked you. She tricked you." Devin's like, "Me paying for it is like me paying for a date, but then I found out the other men were asked this, and I did feel some kind of way." So, okay, Devin, okay, again, let's talk. Let's talk about dates, paying for dates. Devin, how many dates do you pay for that you're not even present? Hello? Hello? Hello, hello. Devin, how many dates do you pay for that you're not even present? Because I'm wondering how these ladies dating you out in Detroit. It's like, hey, Devin, I'd like to go to that restaurant, but don't come, just send the money. They ain't gonna be that crass, of course, y'all. That is very crass. But I want to go out there. You know, I'm feeling kind of hungry, Devin, but don't come with me. Just send the money. So you're paying for dates that you're not even there. Devin spending all his money. Yes. Yes. All his money. So I'm like, what? We're paying for dates? We ain't there? Okay. That's your analogy. That's why you thought it was your great idea. But he did say he felt some kind of way about it that she was asking the other men. Okay. I I came up in the generation that we don't ask or even insinuate to the men that we're casually dating that you want anything, because you know what? Sometimes, not a lot, sometimes men expect what? Reciprocity. They expect this is an exchange, not a gift giving. This is not charity. And even with charities, we get a little letter that says we could take this off of our taxes. Even with charity, we get something back, don't we? So again, it's like, don't even insinuate. Even if he offers it, you better be clear. Are there strings attached to this that I just don't see? Where's the fine print? Where's the cliff notes? Is there an expectation of my company after this whole you paid for my massage? But then we're at the reunion saying that he paid for it, but then it's like we paid for a deposit. What did he pay for? But apparently you ain't cover all the expenses, Devin. If you had covered it all, she wouldn't have to ask other people to pick up the rest of the tab. He put a deposit. Mm. She had to beg Bello in Dom's kitchen. You better add that there. In Dom's kitchen before he paid for one. And Bello, I guess later on said that he paid directly to the massage therapy place. Okay. Okay. He didn't ask any questions. She said her body hurt. She was in an accident and it was a test to see who was a provider. What? Respect yourself, Devin. Well, Devin is used to dating baddies. His ex is a testament. He's used to dating baddies. Okay. So, Vince was like, "Ugh, she tricked you." Devin was like, "Yeah, it was like paying for a date." Chris said he didn't know anything about you asking any of the guys. I said, "Ouch." Chris is like, "I didn't know. I just told you I ain't got it like that right now." He says, "I found out on a whole separate conversation. Like, oh yeah, she asked me. Oh yeah, she asked me." And I was like, "What? She asked all of y'all for massages too?" And Chris said, "For me, I was taken aback." So y'all see that these men were talking amongst themselves. These men were talking more than the ladies were talking to each other. These men were talking amongst them. "Oh, she asked you for money too? Christina asked me." Who started that? Devin, did you start that too? Since you were the first one to be asked for the funding for the massage, were you the first one to pipe up too? Devin. Hey, hey, Caesars, Blue 5, I guess it's Blue 5. Welcome on in. This is your first time here. Unless you're with a different name, welcome on in. Chris didn't like any of the women there. Chris was an easy target. It wasn't easy. Chris wasn't easy. Chris say, "I ain't got it." Chris is a man that knows I can say no. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that Chris said, "I can say no to you. Christina, I can say no. I ain't got it. Even if I have it, even if I have it 10 times over, I ain't got it because I'm playing that. I am playing that." Okay. So the men were talking. The men were talking. So Christina said, in order for me to find out who to lock in with, and before I give you my heart, because the Bible says, guard your heart. Show me you're a man of God. Are you a provider? Guard your wallets. That's all I heard. I heard guard your wallet. In this segment, I heard guard your wallet. Be like Chris and say no. That's what I'm sorry. If y'all heard something different, I heard guard your wallet. It may say guard your heart, but place your wallet close to your heart and guard it. Whatever. In the back, Dom is saying, is she crying? This is the part, y'all. These three ladies had me dying laughing. Okay? Dom is on one side. Ashley's in the middle and Ashanti on the other side. Dom is like, is she crying? Ashley's like, mm-hmm. Ashanti's like, she crying? Ashley's like, mm-hmm. That little segment there, I was cracking up because those ladies would be me. It's like, is that happening? Mm-hmm. It was hilarious. Not the Bible. She lost. Ooh. Yes, she started crying. Girl, what are you crying about? Yeah, Chris didn't play. He did not pay. What are you crying about? Bella said, so everyone has a different love language. Okay, Bella's going to speak up again. Remember when Vince and Darius was getting into it? Now Bella's going to speak up for Christina. He says, hey, everybody's got a different love language, right? And you got to be in alignment with those love languages with your partner. And clearly, Christina, your love language is acts of service and gift giving. Am I right? And I feel like men tend to do these things gradually. I feel like he wanted to use Vince's word, organically. He's like, no problem providing for my partner. Okay. But this was all quick. This was a quick process, but there's nothing wrong with doing it. Bello, I'm going to need you to pipe down. Pipe down. Okay. Because you also was running interference when you didn't give the money directly to her. You gave it to the massage parlor. But I digress. So Christina said the level of consideration has to be on the level that she's willing to give. She said, if her man's back was hurting, I'd already be rubbing you. And if you came to the house late and you were hungry, baby, you would get some fresh meals. Notice she didn't say she paying for a massage for you. Y'all realize that, right? If her man's back was hurting, Christina said she will be rubbing it for you. She not paying for your massage. Okay? I'm just saying, if you're going to, this is her way of being on the same level. This is what she said, y'all. This is what she said. Hey, Seaway, good to see you. Good to have you here. Christina said the level of consideration has to be on the same level that she's willing to give. And if your back is hurting, she's willing to rub your back for you. She is not willing to pay for your massage. So men, y'all, she said she wants it to be on the same level. So y'all need to not be paying for the massage. Y'all need to be rubbing her back yourself. I'm sorry. That's the words she used, not me. That's the words she said, not me. And please hit the like button. It's a free way to support the channel. Thank you very much, Quay. That's what she said. Same level of consideration. Vince said, it sounds more like, you're about the act and less about the money. And Christina said, absolutely. But this is where I felt Christina ate. Some of y'all told me, no, she didn't eat nothing. I felt Christina ate in this moment. It seems like someone who I was never interested in or even pursued a relationship with, you have the most questions, Vince. I was like, oh, did y'all feel that? It came real quick. The words came real quick. I was like, oh, snap. You have the most questions. She's like, the reality is, Bello, did we continue to converse and to build? Then she asked Chris. Then she asked Devon. She's like, I believe I value friendship and character, and not everyone could be her man. I was like, yes, anyway, she ate it down. She ate it down with that line. For someone I had no interest in, and I was not pursuing anything with, you got the most questions up here. And the man who actually funded this program Ain't got a word to say. Why are you speaking up for men who clearly had no problem financing my massages? That's what I heard. Right. She was telling him to butt out, but trying to be real. She ate with it though. Yeah, she kind of ate. Why did they have Vince on the couch? Because remember, Vince, she was having that conversation that night with Vince, and she was talking about how, my mom, my dad provided for my mom, and da da da. And Vince said he was put off by that. So that's why Vince was on there. So he was like, "Oh, you seem happy about them giving you money." Again, that's why Vince was on that couch. But she ate him up. She ate him up with that line. You got lots to say, homie. You got lots to say, homie. And I had no interest in a relationship with you or to pursue you or be pursued by you. So why are you speaking, sir? That's what she's saying. Why are you speaking? This has nothing to do with you. And the men who gave up the money, they ain't complaining. They are not complaining. Hey, Jay, say so. Good to see you. Good to have you here. She's like, So, butt out. Stay out of this. Because messing with my money is like messing with my emotions. But y'all, that's big worm. That that was just big worm. Okay. Okay. So it said we're gonna, they did a whole thing about testing people out, about who said what. They had lines from Bello talking about Nicole's booty. That was the next segment. They talked about Darius said Vince said people, got loose lips, and he was thinking about Vince because he talks the most. Because his lips are looser than a mother. That was Darius. Ashante said she bored talking to Cardi. You were bored with the metaphors at first, huh? That was at the cooking date when Vince was keep on saying sharp. She cleared that up. And the person who said I'm a stepper in real life, Richie, don't be talking about he's unmasculine. You've been with 1,000 women. Then Vince had something to say about Darius not being or looking like Barack Obama. And then we get to Dom and Bello. I wasn't going over each and every one of those. Y'all know what that segment was. Bello did not give up any money. I'm sure he got a promotional massage from the books of coupons. Don't be hating on those. Big worm. So Dom and Bello. Tommy said Dominic and Bello locked in on each other from the very first mixer, and no man or woman or religion seemed like they're able to tear them apart. I said, Tommy, you're putting a little 10 on 20. He said, let's take a look back at their journey. And I was like, okay, y'all gonna play this again too long. So Dom is saying from the moment she'd seen Bello, this is after they went over their journey, it was like, it was nice looking. We had a vibe. It's like, sometimes we'd be in the room and it'd be like no one else existed. I picked him, and something about his presence, it felt ancestral to me. Excuse me, Dom? What ancestral? What do we mean? It felt ancestral. What do we mean? I don't get this. What do we mean it was ancestral? I don't understand. What? I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. What is about it feeling ancestral? I didn't get it. I know what I think it means. I don't get it. She's like, but you know what? Things happen and things don't. And after the journey, we continue to date, seeing each other. Okay? Seeing each other. And pretty much 2 to 3 times a week. And Bella been to my house, met my family, my children. Everybody liked him. Everything was smooth sailing. No issues, no problems. They were doing so much. Dom thought she was in a Shakespearean play. She did. She did. She did. Was it because he was African or he is African? Yeah. Okay. Oh, Vince think he and Christina are 2 sides of the same coin. He was a whole red flag with that baby. I don't know why they gave Bello a chance. But anyway, let's keep on, okay? Tommy said, oh, I keep hearing the past tense, though. What happened? She's like, because it's past. We are not together. Shannon's like, oh, Shannon in the back, like, okay, here we go. Tell him, tell him. And did y'all see Vince? And I believe it was Steven sitting there too, looking at Shannon like, oh, she know the whole story, it seemed like. Dom said, so fast forward the story. It's Christmas Eve. I go home. Bello hits me up. Okay. Bello hits me up. And it was like, we need to talk. He's like, yeah, after considering everything that's going on, this ain't for me. I said, daggone it. Was he that cold? He hit you up. We need to talk. Was it on the phone? Well, at least it's better than the sticky. Okay. Shout out to, Smex in the City. Shout out to the show. At least it wasn't on a post-it note. She said, this man was in my bed 2 days ago. Y'all, I just heard it the way that when a woman says this man was in my bed, I hear it like, in the movie Ray, when the lady's like, do you know when I'm on the road? I'm Mrs. Charles. Y'all know that scene? Last week you was in my bed. That's how I heard it. This man was in my bed 2 days ago. Took my kids out to eat. We're together all the time. Never had an argument. And he's like, I just don't feel like you fit into my future. I see myself with a wife and children, and I don't see that from you. It just came out of nowhere like that. I said, oh, out of nowhere, no arguments, no nothing. Yeah, I think he was kind of giving us little subtle things all the while, but let's continue. Bella said, in my past relationship, my ex was like, the moment you don't feel like we are forever, you should have released me. Is your ex Nicole? Because it kind of sounded like what Nicole wanted Vince to do. Like, if you see I'm not the one for you, just release me. It sounded like that. I'm sorry. Bella goes on to say, I feel like we're in a vacuum. When I'm with her, it's just me and her. I'm enthralled with her. I said, okay. She using ancestral. You come up with enthralled. And he's like, I didn't think and reflect on what I actually want in my ideal relationship. And I came to the realization. I was like, Bello, okay. That I was not honoring that. Okay. So I said, I don't see forever and I want to release you. The only other time I hear release you is like the vampire movies when they're trying to say, Mina, I release you from this curse. This whole I release you, did you have her in captivity? I don't like that. For me, release means, catch and release. That means you were dangling bait and you caught the fish and you caught it, you bagged, you tagged it, and then now you hold on to it. Now it's time for you to release it because you don't want that fish no more. That's what it sounded like. I need to release you. I mean, I had an uncle that used to say, at the dinner table, he will release the button on his pants so he could have room to eat. That's what I hear when I hear release you. It sounds like a vampire movie. Okay? I'm sounding like a vampire movie. Okay? oh, if Bella got post-nut clarity, he probably did. But why didn't the clarity happen at the resort? Okay? I don't know why it didn't happen on the resort. We gonna get to inadequate. That's what that means. Release me. Think of yet another spiritual warfare class. This is hilarious to me. It does. Ashley, step to the front of the class. This whole, you said spiritual warfare stuff when you were talking about Darius. Okay. That class. So Emily's in the back. Y'all know I like Emily. Y'all know that. She says, excuse my French, but that's effed up to do that on Christmas. I said, daggone it. It is. Bella says, yeah, I think that I was inconsiderate with the timing, but I'm a practicing Muslim and Christmas, for me is more like, and it's like, Dom said, freak off Christmas. Okay. It was inconsiderate and with the whole process and how you did that to me, I didn't deserve it. If she was worldly in season, as she claimed, she would have learned enough about his culture and religion to know that it was unlikely that he would ever marry her, much less let her meet the family. We're going to get there. None of these women were evenly yoked for Bella. None of them. Or I was gonna say something else, but I'll leave that alone. Tommy said, "So what changed and made you come to this decision?" Okay. Dom pipes in his personal life, his finances, his business. Oh, wait a minute, Dom. We need details. We need details. She said, two things we're gonna be on this stage today is to be effing for real. I said, ooh, yes, we're gonna get into the finances. I'm gonna need Donna with the calculator. We're gonna get into all of it. She's like, you cannot see a future with me because your future isn't right. I said, daggone it. What is it that Dom knows that ain't right? Okay, we'll let her know you don't care about her, Bella. No consideration at all. Ooh, ooh. It equates to he ain't got the monies. So Bella was sitting there like, wow, wow. Dom said, ain't no wow, because I didn't do anything personally to you. I was there to support you. And he wants to be a provider. But if you cannot do those things, okay, then that made you feel inadequate. Y'all, that's where we heard the inadequate. If you cannot be a provider and you cannot do those things, it made you feel inadequate. I had to sit there for a moment. Y'all knew I was live. We were watching this live together, and this Friday we will be live again at 7:45. I'll open up the live so we get our snacks and we get real good and comfortable to watch this together and be in the comment section, okay? But I paused for a second, y'all, when I heard that inadequate, and I thought I heard it wrong until I rewatched it. She did say inadequate, and then I listened to it with the subtitles, and it typed inadequate. So we ancestrally inadequate. Okay. She's like, to tell me that I'm not worthy of being a wife or mother. We had already talked about this and how I felt was very hurtful to me. If you would have said to me, hey, I need to get my life together, I would have taken it on the chin. She would have taken it on the chin, y'all. But again, I agree with Dom in this. She told him from the very first date they had, hey, this is why kids and me, this is going to be a problem. She opened up and she told him exactly what it is, and he accepted it. Or at least he acted like he accepted it. He acted like he accepted it. But I'm sorry, Bella, you got to take that one on your chin. Because she told you, hey, kids, that we're gonna have to find another way. That's what she told you. So she's like, oh, he was saying we're gonna live out this love story, and then 3 weeks later, I don't see you in my future. Make up your mind. And Shannon's in the back, y'all said, yeah, he wishy-washy. He wishy-washy. Dom's expectation of Bella feels small. Dom is used to real ballers. Could be not. Could be she used to real ballers and the real money. But he had to turn it around on her. He did. When you drove your car into the retreat, you knew things were not on the up and up. When he drove her car, So Shannon out back, Shannon in the back, and she knows exactly what's going on. Dom said, one thing I'm not confused about, okay? I cannot be led by a confused person. So stand on business about me. Again, she all about to stand on business. You ain't got to sit up here and portray it like I'm not, like I'm not going to take away from who you are, but you're not going to downplay it. I'm not somebody's fool. Oh, I was like, oh, it's not cool because of what you did. I don't F with. And it's not cool to me how you did me. I don't deserve that. And you shouldn't have met my family. You shouldn't have met my children. You are weak as F for that. I said, daggone it. Dom, but you told Devin meeting your family was no big deal. I'm gonna pull that card. As an adult, you need to have self-awareness, self-respect. Bella said he wanted a son from jump. Gotta have a son. Dom should have said she wasn't the woman for him and walked away. Where's the accountability? It sounded like we could have been a fun time, but not a forever time. Okay? He was mesmerized by her body. I believe that. He was. Hey. He's now married and already in a relationship. Hey. Dom wasn't ready to eat fufu with her hands. Oh, his wife looks like Dom. Okay. I believe y'all. Okay. So Dom's bombshell was, I didn't meet your family. and you had a girlfriend. Now, I missed that completely the first time I heard it. I missed it completely when I watched live. This is why we do this Tuesday, because everything I missed, I catch later on. She said, I did not meet your family and you had a girlfriend. Bello, step to the front of the class. Step to the front of the class. She didn't meet your family at all? Well, I mean, you met his brother. Is that family? So, Dom, are you trying to tell us that's not Bello's brother? I'm asking because you said he didn't meet his family. Are you mean all of his family? Or are you saying that the brother that we met on the show is not his family? I just need clarification. We need specifics, okay? We're not trying to be inadequate around here, okay? We need specifics, okay? We do need specifics. So Ashanti's like, what? Emily's like, oh, this is juicy. And Ashanti's like, dang. Again, the back of the room was where it was at. The back of the room is where it was at. Or in the green room in the back. Then they tell us next time on Ready to Love. We see Shannon on the previews. Let me see what y'all saying before we get into the previews. His wife looks like Bella's actions were just icky. It was icky. It was very icky. Okay? Icky. But that's what we're hearing from this edited, produced show. Okay? I believe Dom means to the capacity. Meets Bella to the capacity Bella meets hers. Lauren said on someone's live that Bella told her that his parents wouldn't approve of Dom or any of the women there. Okay? This has been more drama before to get to that. Before we even get to Darius. We didn't even get to Darius and the Beijing of it all. We didn't even get to Darius and the furs of it all and the gorilla. We didn't even get to Darius yet, y'all. Y'all realize that? We're doing all this rigmarole. We could have forgot Cardi and had two sessions of Darius. But next time we hear on Ready to Love, Shannon says, I literally thought the world of Steven. Oh, that sounded like Shannon done found out that Steven was part and parcel of sending her home. Steven said, I do feel like she was, a serious connection. I mean, she's a beautiful girl. It sounded like Steven is saying, yeah, she's a nice girl. Yeah, she all right. That's what it sounded like. And Tommy's asking, is there a chance for another, chance at this? Then Tommy introduces Mercedes, who was an alumni from Miami of Ready to Love and also Shannon's friend. And she goes on to say that the men on this show on this season was subpar. Remember, she said none of them were good enough for Shannon, and Shannon ain't listen. So Tommy says, now telling Christina, are you admitted to hearing that Vince called Lauren a tall B? Vince says, is it fair to ask you who told you that? Christina said, it's inappropriate. Is it inappropriate? Now, that's where I'm asking production, did you filter this to make it seem like it's inappropriate to ask her? Or is Christina saying it was inappropriate for you to say Vince, and so they're making it seem like she's telling Vince it's inappropriate what the question was? That's where I'm like, inappropriate? What exactly is it? Hey, Ja Tony, good to see you. Good to have you here. And then Vince is like, oh, okay. Nicole is like, we have to talk. We have talked post-show, okay? And I just think he's full of crap. She's talking about Devin, y'all. Nicole is out here dishing the dirt on now Devin. So first she's like, yeah, Ed ain't really feeling me. Then she dishing on Vince. Now she dishing on Devin in the highlights for next episode. He's an all lives matter person. And Devin's like, what? Why do you say all this? Devin's in the hot seat, y'all. He is protesting a lot. And we're going to be here at 7:45 EST on Friday to watch this live together if you would join me, okay? If y'all would join me, also hit that like button. Let me get to y'all. You're saying Shannon was delusional. The lady said that Stephen didn't make a serious effort to connect with any of the ladies. So she jumping on him was for her own foolishness. do get the money on the show. They get money to be on the show, but it's a stipend. Yes, they get Bella could pay for his wedding. It's not that enough. That it's not enough money for that. Okay. I know it's taking some time to get where you want it to be. Now I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to love. Vince called his own brother a mofo on his challenge. Well, hey, I don't get between brothers now. Mm-mm. However, brothers relate, I don't get between them. I knew something was off. I don't get between brothers. How brothers talk and relate to each other, not at all. I leave that alone. I observe, because if you're gonna call your brother that and your brother's okay with that, oh, I see how y'all like to communicate. That's all I see. That's all I see. She slandered Devon's character. Oh, yes, she did. Yes, she did. Because she know what all lives matter mean. And he's on a college campus. Oh, he gonna get roasted. Ready to get a deal. I'm looking forward to unpacking Devon stuff because he's giving me dark side manipulative. But we shall see. He could. He could. But how dark is Devon's dark? Okay. It was harmless banter. Okay. I understand that is how some men relate to each other, but again, how you are comfortable speaking to people, you may be comfortable speaking to me like that. And I've seen that. And all I can say is that's fine. That is how people, you know, relate. If we talk and he says, one time, say mofo, I'm gonna be like, hey, please. That is not the language that I wish to be used towards me. That's it. That's one good time. One good time. But I know it will slip out because that's what you're accustomed to. I'm not saying you're being disrespectful. Okay. Devin seems like a good person. Being with him is like being with one of the girls. Oh, no. No. Wedding paid for by the bride. Bella was able to buy his attire. So you're saying Bella bought his attire at the wedding and he repurposed the outfit for the reunion? Is that what you're saying, actually, Aubrey? Are you saying he repurposed his wedding attire for the reunion? Now, which came first, the reunion or the wedding? Mm. The reunion or the wedding? Which came first? Which event did he wear it first? Because if he wore it at the reunion first, did he repurposed it for his wedding? I have no problem repurposing outfits, but you knew this was going to be on camera twice over. Do we have a marriage certificate, a marriage license of any kind? Do we have the paperwork? Do we have the paperwork? He repurposed his white wedding outfit for an interview. Hey, did he borrow Dom's car to arrive to his wedding? It is white, Haitian Empress. It is white, so he could. He could. Maybe she thinks he had a girlfriend, but he actually had a wife. But I have no problem repurposing outfits. I rewear. Y'all see me in this hoodie many times before. But I need to know. And y'all, that is why on my channel, I have not discussed Bello and the marriage and the wedding and all of that. I need documents. I need documents. I need a marriage license. I need the marriage certificate. Y'all see where my email is under here. Y'all see my IG. My email is in the comment section. Y'all see where my contact information is on the bottom. I need documents. I need certified. I need to know where it is registered. Okay? That's why I ain't talking about it. That's why I ain't putting it out there. I ain't got no pictures up. I ain't got nothing of the sort. Because I need them papers. And I need to independently verify them papers. Okay? Because what we not going to be is out here like people who they're telling got like fake degrees and stuff. Because the papers are, I ain't going to say forged, but made up. Okay? I ain't going to say forged, but it's going to be made up. But that's why it ain't on here. Ain't on here. Miguel just dropped his tiny desk. Speaking of radar, I got to go see that. No, we talked about Miguel. For those of you who are members, we watched Sinners together last Sunday. It was a good time. We do a lot out here for members. Every Monday is Messy Member Monday. If you are a new member, go back. We get real messy. Last night, what did we talk about? Yeah, we talked about a wife, a wife that the husband would only schedule being intimate with her on Saturdays only. We discussed that. That's just one story we talked about. But we have lots of fun on the membership. I can't talk too much because what happens in members stays in members. But if you are a new member, go there. But we watch movies. You do not have to have the streaming service, okay? You do not have to have the streaming service at all to be watching. We watch Sinners together, and we are going to watch Tiana Taylor's Oscar-nominated performance. That is a 3-hour movie, but we will have an intermission, okay? Okay. We can't talk about anything in here that we spoke about last night. Thank you, Quay, for reminding me. It was a lot, and YouTube will probably take me off if I did. Multi investor, I need to know where, what county, what state. Okay. I need to know if it's Vegas. I need to know if it's Canada. I need to know. Marriage papers ain't hard to find, but you need to know where to look. Okay. Ooh, not considered legally binding. Interesting. Interesting. A state issued marriage license. Again, this is why, he's married allegedly to me. I need to see paperwork. But if you come out here saying that you are husband and wife, again, depending on the state that you are in, because you have told people and you are living as husband and wife, you can be seen as, and again, yes, Bello is Canadian. Bello is Canadian. So I don't know if he married her in Canada or if he married her stateside. We don't know. We don't know if it's a marriage. It could be a wedding photo shoot. I don't know. So that's why none of that is on this channel. But I do not begrudge anyone who wants to put the information out there because it's something y'all should know. I am not the only channel covering Ready to Love, and I do enjoy, and y'all see me in the comment section of many other content creators. So definitely, I do enjoy hearing everybody's perspective. But y'all, please hit the like one good time. Now, tomorrow night, I am covering A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Trey and I do cover that. So if you are interested in that, or you just like Game of Thrones and wonder, how the heck does this tie into it? We do cover that, the book and the show, and bring it all together for you. Fridays, we have a good old time on Unscripted. It's whatever you in the comment section want to talk about. Whatever you want to chat about on Fridays at 5:05 EST is what we talk about. We talk about every and anything. Just about every and anything. Okay. Just nothing salacious. That's for Messy Member Monday. And on Fridays at 7:45 EST, we're gonna watch Ready to Love. And after Ready to Love goes off, we still gonna be having fun at 8 p.m. on a Friday. We still gonna be we're gonna watch movies, it's gonna be game night, we're gonna listen to music, we're gonna be having fun in our Friday time slot. Okay. Saturday, RuPaul's Drag Race. If you like watching RuPaul's Drag Race, we rate the fashions here at 5 p.m. EST on this channel on Saturdays. Sundays, I cover Married at First Sight Australia. I got to find a way for y'all to see it. Because it is wild. One bride said, at the altar, I cannot marry you. But if you look at my shorts, you will see that there are pieces of the show that have effect, so you could kind of get along with what we are watching. But definitely, Monday is a Messy Member Monday, and I will see you next Tuesday, once again, where we will break down the second part of the Ready to Love reunion. I'm just guessing it's 2-part finale because we've never had more than that. And the following week, they start with the Bell Collective. The Bell Collective, okay? Okay. Yes, we're going to talk about that reveal, Jaguar. And for those of you who do watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, because Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, they're releasing what the episode would be on Sunday. They're releasing it on Friday. Jaguar, that's for you. See, we're here and fall in the morning. But thank y'all. You need to watch Australia. You do need to watch it. Okay. You need to watch it. But yes, thank y'all so much. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you will enjoy the other content on this channel. And, I'll see you here or I'll see you on these YouTube streets. But like I always say, I'll see you on the next one.